This is from Strange Bedfellows, which is book number 4 in the Old Magic Sheriff Ben Logan series. Ben? It might have been the third time she called my name. Ben. Lucy sounded sharper. Maybe the fourth time she said it. Lucy, I answered our office manager / undercover boss. I tried to add a little tenderness to my voice as a token of apology for my reverie-delayed response. The truth is, I had been lost in thinking. Sitting on the edge of a 2-lane dust-covered road half a mile off the highway, staring at the brush and scrub-colored landscape. The mayor's here, Lucy said. I could imagine her hunched over the radio, an elbow cocked up on her desk, and a single raised eyebrow holding all in place. Except she sounded a little afraid. Tell him the budget is on my desk, and I'll turn it in to him tomorrow. End of the fiscal year was never a fun time, especially in an underfunded office like mine. 3 deputies and myself on a payroll built for 1950-something to patrol a border that stretched as big as Texas twice over. I always penciled my deputies down for a 6-figure raise, and it got redacted back to $30,000. The mayor was probably at my office to chew on my ass, which was out of the norm. Normally, he called me to his office for the honor of telling me I was an idiot. Telling me there just wasn't any money in our small, dying town. Talked to me about getting the Native American Confederated Tribes to open up gas and drilling rights inside their borders. Maybe try to get me to use Najin Matos, my best friend, as an inside source. He said it's not about the budget, Lucy said over the radio. Mystery number 2. I cranked the engine on my scratched and battered Ford Bronco and pulled a K-turn away from the Vista. I'll be there in 20, I told her. He said he'll wait, she said after a moment. The mayor? Waiting for me at my office? I drove it fast enough to make it in 15. Next chapter. I want to know what you did. He wasn't screaming. Not yet. But he was close. Blake Warren was a decade and a half younger man than me, which put him square into his 30s. He was a nervous man by nature, meticulous in look, precise in deed, except like a lot of men who never left their hometowns, he was not a man of action. You need to be more specific, I said. The top of his perfectly parted hair came under my chin. In his office, he could hide behind his big oak desk in the basement of the brick courthouse. The wood was a bulwark, a break against everything or anything that might come through the door. My office was different. Plain wood, plain walls, and nothing between us but air and a view of the res through a big picture window. He crossed his arms but stood his ground. Why is he here? Blake snapped. I sighed as the phone rang and Lucy picked it up. Again, Mr. Mayor, I need specifics. He might have meant a colonel at a forward operating base on the edge of the reservation, or Najin Matos, who I rescued from the other side of the Vale with a lot of help from my ward, Ginny Redbird, and a hero named Shorty Stillbrook. I started running a Rolodex in my head, trying to determine which he might be the cause of this visit. Najin for you, Lucy called through the open door. Tell him I'm meeting the mayor. He knows, she bit back, a little exasperated. She was right to do it. Lucy knew her job and mine, so if she was interrupting, it was with good reason. Blake held an open hand to the phone like the call was an obvious answer to my question. I just didn't have a clue to what. I was going to say, it's not a good time. I said into the hard plastic receiver of the 20-year-old phone. I guess everybody expected this call but me. I didn't, Lucy eavesdropped through the door. You need to come now, Najin said. I'm in the middle. Blake made a bunch of motions with his hand that made me want to steal third. I think he meant go, though. All right, I agreed. Tell me where now is, I said to Najin, and he told me. That's it. Strange Bedfellows should be out in a week or two. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and let me know what you think.